Hi and welcome to Ida and Books. I'm Ida and these are my books. I thought I would vlog when I read the Percy Jackson series to give you like my first impressions of the books. And I have been in kind of a reading slump this first month of autumn. And I've only finished one book and I've DNF'd two. So I haven't really been in the mood to read. I thought that if I vlog I might actually give myself more motivation to pick up a new book. I have actually started 3 books, but I've only got like a chapter in all of them. And I do want to read them, I just never get to it, and I thought that vlogging might help. So enjoy watching me read. Today is, let's see, the 20th, Thursday, the 20th of September. And we'll see how fast I finish the books. So tonight I will be busy, I'll be going out, but I will try to squeeze in an hour of reading like now. Yeah, I might be able to get an hour, maybe half an hour of reading. And then tomorrow I need to clean up my house because we'll be having people over tomorrow night, and so I might get some reading in. I'm thinking maybe I could read while eating breakfast, because then I might actually remember to read. I usually watch YouTube while I eat, and so I get easily distracted from doing other things. So yeah, that's the plan for today and tomorrow. So now I'm gonna actually pick up a book and read. So now I've read about 60 pages in the first book. I'm doing some annotations because I'm trying that out, see if my reviews get any better, if I remember what I thought when reading it. But I'm about 60 pages in. I really like it so far, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I don't remember very much from reading it the last time because I was like 13, so it's fun to read it again. Now I've just had dinner and I am going out for a couple of hours, so we'll see if I have time to read any more tonight. Hello, I got back a lot sooner than I thought. It's 8:20 right now at night, and I thought I would get some editing done. I already have a video done that's going up this Saturday, but I like being a bit ahead in my schedule so I don't have to stress in case something comes up. And so I'm gonna do some editing and then I'm gonna do some more reading. Good morning, or hi. It's 12 o'clock and it's 12 o'clock. I have had breakfast and I have read another couple of pages in the first Percy Jackson book. I'm at page 132. I still really enjoy it. It's good. Very often I find myself thinking, yeah, that sounds like a 12-year-old. In the writing and dialogue and such. And I really enjoy it. I'm glad I decided to pick them up again, because I've read this first one before, but it's been about 10 years. But they're really good, and I'm really excited to read the rest of the books as well, even though I'm like a third of the way through this one. But I really feel like reading again. It's only been like a day, and I already feel like I'm excited to read. And so I think my reading slump is over, and that is great. But now I have some cleaning up to do. We have guests tonight, and I can't read while cleaning, so I'm gonna listen to my audiobook instead. And I am on the second Harry Potter book, The Chamber of Secrets. I've basically just started. I've listened to like the first chapter or two. Harry just arrived at the Burrow. So that's what I'm gonna do now. We'll see if I get some more reading in later today. Hi, it is almost a quarter to... It's almost a quarter to 5 Friday afternoon, and I've cleaned up an entire house almost. I have some dishes to take care of, but I have done some more reading as well. I'm on page 302, and honestly, the only problem I have with the book is the translation. So I can't wait to get to the books I have in English. It's really good so far. I'm almost done. It's about 100 pages left, and yeah. Tonight we will be playing some Magic the Gathering, and it's fun. It's been a while, so yeah. Hello. It is currently past midnight, so technically it's Saturday, and I wanted to update you on my reading. I finished the first Percy Jackson book a couple of hours ago, but we had people over. I was reading between my turns in the game, and I finished this one, and I really enjoyed it, but I almost wish it would have ended when they returned from their adventure, because the part where, well, spoilers for the book, the part where Luke turns out to be a traitor, where he shows his true colors and such, I felt that that part was so unnecessary in this book. I feel like maybe it could have included somehow that being the catalyst of the next book, maybe? I don't know. It's just, because I watched the movie and read this book before, I knew he was gonna be the traitor, and I was just waiting for it during the climax, and it never came. And then he like tried to off Percy like on the side back in the camp, and I don't know, it just didn't feel right. But I did very much enjoy the rest of the book. I have not decided if I'm gonna give it a 3 or 4 stars. I want to say it depends on the next book, but that's not how it works. I think I'll give it a 4. I've been putting some annotations in it, and I did really enjoy it. A lot of times I get struck by how very much like actual 12-year-olds they are. Once again, in the movie they're so much older. But I keep thinking, oh my god, they're so young. And this is so much pressure to put on a 12-year-old, even if he has magic powers. So yeah, I will do a more cohesive review of the book once I've read all of them, but that is what I'm thinking right now. Then I got the next one, Sea of Monsters, off the shelves. I was gonna start reading it, but I was just so tired. I actually missed the last half on the third game, just because I was so tired I had to lie down for a bit. So I didn't actually start reading it, but I did read the back text on the back, and I feel like I also one of the people who were over playing Magic the Gathering said that they get quite repetitive after a while, and just reading like the text on the back. Percy's best friend in school, Tyson, turns out to be a Cyclops. Together with Annabeth, Percy and Tyson gets a mission to find the magic artifact thingy. And just like in the last book, his best friend from school turns out to be part of the magical community. And what are the odds? How about that? Oh my god. Now I haven't actually read anything about the last 3, but it would be fun to see if it was like his biggest rival or something that turned out to be also from the magical community. I don't know. So I'm a little apprehensive going into the second book, and just because how the previous one ended and how similar they seem. I'm sure there are a lot of things that happen that are different, but yeah, I'm a little more apprehensive now than I was when I was actually reading the first book, because I really enjoyed the majority of the first book in many ways. And yeah, I just hope I enjoy the rest of the I just hope I enjoy the rest of the books just as much. Because now I have all of them, and I've been actually quite excited to read them, and I've been hyping this up for myself for quite a while that I wanted to read them because they're so popular on BookTube. And so it would be sad if I didn't like them as much. But that happens. It just, yeah. I just really want to read them now. And I'm sad if they're bad, because then I read this book, I read the first book in like 2 days, and it just felt good to read, and I don't want these books to put me back in my reading slump. I was hoping they would take me out of it, but we'll see. Now I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hi, it's 11 o'clock Saturday night, and I haven't been vlogging very much today. I have been reading a lot today. I read almost the entirety of the Sea of Monsters. I'm on page 278, so I don't have much to go, and I didn't enjoy this one as much as the first one. I was very critical in the beginning. I find it to be annoying reading series, like all the books in a row, because they have to like rehash so much information, so it's so much exposition in the beginning of the book that's just given to you. While in the first book, when he was learning the world himself, you were given information like as other people were explaining it to him, and I think that's a better way to do it, but they can't just, re-explain to Percy in every book about everything. So the beginning was very exposition full. But then after maybe 50 to 100 pages, I really got into it, and I read so much today, and now I really like it. We'll see if the ending ruins everything. But yeah, it's good. Tomorrow I have work as well, but then I have the entire afternoon and evening free. So I'm gonna try to get some more reading done. I don't really have anything else planned, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. We'll see. But now I'm about to go to bed soon, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, it's Sunday night. It's past 11 at night, and I haven't updated you yet because I've been busy. But I'm just gonna tell you now what I read today. I finished Sea of Monsters. I enjoyed it. I think the first book was better, just because some things got very repetitive. Like I said when I updated yesterday, you have to re-exposition everything that Percy learned in the first book, and when he learned it, it became more natural, while in this book they have to like retell everything that you've already been told, and because I'm reading them that back to back, I already know everything, I remember everything. But I did enjoy the story, I enjoyed the adventure, the characters, and yeah, it was good. I liked it. And so today I started reading Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse. And so this one is the first one I have in English, and I thought the transition between Swedish and English would be more difficult, but apparently not. I started reading and I got into it right away, so that's good. That it didn't get weird or stuff like that. I do consider myself to be quite good at English, and I have so far not encountered any words where I'm not sure what it is in comparison to the Swedish book. Or like when Percy first used Riptide, I know that was the sword, based on both the name and context, obviously. I think it's interesting that the books are getting shorter. I think normally sequels are longer than the first book. That's just how it's felt in most series I've read. but they've been getting steadily shorter since the first book, so I also read them faster and faster. I was gonna say about the first book, I haven't double checked, but the mist, I think it's called in English, that makes mortals not see the magic creatures as they are, or magic things as they are. I think they changed what they called it between the first and second book. It might be that this one is a new translation, because as you've seen, they look quite different, this one and the previous one. I'm gonna check if that is the case, if it says. I'm gonna check in the other book as well. I'll be back. Yeah, there's a different translator, but they change translator between the books, or between reprinting, and that's why probably words changed. I'm gonna put this back on my shelf now. And so that was a bit annoying, but it was only that specific word that I noticed got different, so it wasn't really a big deal. And now it's in the original language, so it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, but that's just something I noticed. I keep running out of tabs. So in the first book, all fun things or good things, things I liked, were green. In the second, they were pink, and now they're yellow. But I ran out of yellow, so the last two are green again. And now the green ones are out. I have no more green ones. So yeah, I try to have some kind of color coordination, but maybe I just may have to think some other way to do it later. Maybe. We'll see. I do like the chapter titles in these books, because after each chapter I always go back to look what the name of the chapter was. I can show you the the first chapter, my rescue operation goes very wrong. They always have something to do with something happening at the end of the chapter usually. And so when I get to the end of the chapter, I'm like, oh, what was the name of the chapter? What did it talk about? Or the vice principal gets a missile launcher and such. And I think that's fun, because it's very creative and they're fun, and that's a kind of thing, like the titles are a kind of thing that make them seem more genuinely written by a 12-year-old. Because in the first book, they haven't actually mentioned it since the first book. It's written as if Percy wrote it himself. Apart from being written in first person, they're written as if Percy is writing himself, as if he's a real person. And so the titles being so, they're not immature, but quite silly, makes it seem more like a 12-year-old. Well, he's 14 now. More like a teenager writing, and that's fun. He's still quite funny in his metaphors and analogies and such. I enjoy those most of the time. And yeah, I'm gonna try and finish that book, this third book. I'm gonna finish this one tomorrow, I think. And yeah, I think I have things to do tomorrow. I'm gonna try to go for a swim and then maybe do some writing, apply for some jobs, because I need to get a job. Yeah, maybe do some grocery shopping and such. Yeah, we'll see, but I'm gonna try to get some reading done. I was gonna read tonight, but I ended up playing Overwatch instead all night, so yeah, I'm gonna try to read tomorrow instead. Yeah, good night. Hello, I didn't vlog anything yesterday. It's now Tuesday night. I am on page 230 in the third book. I didn't read anything yesterday like I thought I would, but I've been reading both this morning and a little bit this afternoon, and I am determined to finish this book tonight so I can start the next book tomorrow, hopefully. I have done a few things. I'm mostly just being at home because I am currently unemployed, looking for a job. So I have been doing a little bit of that, and otherwise I have made my own jam. Yes, I made jam. I went shopping. I'm gonna bake bread tomorrow and do some baking, I thought. And yeah, I'm really sore because I went to a workout yesterday dancing, and now my legs hurt really bad. But I might be able to go to a workout tomorrow as well. I never went swimming yesterday, so I might do that tomorrow. But now I'm gonna finish my book tonight. I am determined, so wish me luck. Hello again. I have now finished the third book, and oh my god. I really enjoy this series because they find so many ways to subvert your expectations all the time. They have prophecies, and it's seems to be a normal thing. They always have prophecies in some way or another, but I never see what's gonna happen. Even if the prophecy says, oh, someone's gonna die, it's not obvious who it's gonna be. I did have my suspicions about some characters because I have read some posts on Tumblr about some of the characters, and someone in this book was not mentioned as much as others. I was like, that person might die because they're not a part of like the fandom, or so to speak. Yeah, but other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was fun, and yeah, I might start the next book now, or I start it tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. But yeah, I really enjoyed this series so far. I'm very happy I got around to reading it. Hello, it is Thursday, the 27th. Ooh. And I have just finished the 4th book in the Percy Jackson series, and I really enjoyed it. All the blue tabs are like questions I had about inconsistencies in the story. For example, one of them is that Percy said something happened a few years ago, but it happened 2 books ago, and that would be last summer, and so that's not a few years, that's 1 year, and stuff like that. I feel like Rick Riordan is forgetting stuff from his previous books. But I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with foreshadowing in this book, both things that happened in this book and things that happened in the previous books that came back, and that was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, and I feel like it has escalated a lot from the first one, and I'm very excited for the last book to see what happens. Yeah, I was a little annoyed about the girl trouble in this book because Percy Jackson is an idiot. And this will be minor spoilers for the book I'll put on the screen. Spoilers, and when that disappears, it's safe to watch again if you don't want to know spoilers. But apart from Annabeth, who in the previous books we've found out that, well, Aphrodite was shipping Annabeth with Percy. There was also this other girl, Rachel, who is a regular mortal, who maybe kind of seems to like Percy, but Annabeth definitely thinks it's something between them, and so she's just really pissy around Rachel all the time. And then he also ended up on Ogygia with Calypso, I think her name was, who also, of course, fell in love with Percy. And it's just getting borderline too much, I think. And now I don't think Calypso's coming back, because she's stuck on Ogygia, but just that they had that in this specific book where there already was a sort of love triangle going on, or love square because of Luke. But yeah, that is a bit annoying. I don't love triangles. But yeah, that's what I thought. So now I'm gonna pick up the last book. I might finish it this weekend. I'm going to visit my sister tomorrow, so I'll be spending a lot of time on the bus. But I can't read on the bus, I get motion sick. So I'll be listening to my audiobook instead, which is the second Harry Potter book, by the way. But yeah, I might get some reading done tomorrow night, or I'm going to a Harry Potter sleepover, which is gonna be fun. So I'll bring the last book with me there, and maybe get some reading done. I will be very excited if I finish this book, the last book this week. So I will read all 5 of them, because then I can pick up other books, and maybe I'm finally out of my reading slump. I haven't really done anything today except read. I was gonna make cinnamon buns because I was baking baking a lot yesterday, but putting all of the bread and muffins in the freezer today, I realized that we don't really have room for cinnamon buns as well. So I'm gonna do that next week instead. Looking forward to it. Yeah, but that's... yeah, I really have done nothing. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I have done literally nothing but read all day. But I got through the book and I enjoyed it. I like reading it. So, yeah. I'm really running out of my tabs. I'm already out of 4 colors and my purples are getting really low. So, yeah, but it's fun tabbing and marking out all the fun stuff, and I think reviewing them afterwards will be a lot easier since I've tabbed them. We'll see, it might go horribly. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I had to say. Bye. Hi, I haven't vlogged in several days now. It's Tuesday, October 2nd. I left town over the weekend and didn't get any reading done. Yesterday I did read some. I am on page 182 in the last Percy Jackson book, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. It is very good so far. It is, yeah, it's very good. I don't know, I have no idea what's gonna happen. Right now they're in battle against the forces of Kronos. And if that's gonna continue for another 200 pages, I'm not sure if that would be fun. I'm sure there would be different things happening. I very much enjoy Rick Riordan's writing so far, and I hope the ending will be just as good as the rest of the books. I am, however, a little skeptical to the prophecy. Spoilers now for as far as I read in the book, and my speculations for the rest of the book. There's a prophecy about Percy saying that when he turns 16 he'll make a choice that would either save the gods or doom them, and he will die. I don't remember the exact words they use, but he is convinced he's gonna die. But the entire book series is written by Percy about things that have happened to him, which means he has to be alive to write it, or is he sitting in Hades, the underworld, and writing about what happened to him? Because I feel like that's weird. And also, if the prophecy says he's gonna die, he's probably not. They deal a lot with prophecies, and they usually, well, they always come true in one way or another, so maybe because of the word choosing, he's not gonna actually die, something else gonna happen. It's sort of like dying, but right now I have no idea what that would be. I just I would want to have spent 5 books reading about a character that just ends up dying. That would be, it feels like a waste of time, I think. But yeah, I don't know. So far, like I said, it's very good. So I'm gonna try to get some more reading done today, but I'm also gonna get some other stuff done. So yeah. So I finished the last book in the Percy Jackson series, and wow, I'm very happy with the ending. I mean, it's very, I'm not gonna say expected, but he's very good at tying up loose ends and all that. I'm gonna go into some spoilers because I don't want to do that in my actual review. I really liked where all the characters ended up. I really do. But it feels like everyone had to have their own personal happy ending, which means that from now on, it's like they already reached where they wanted to go, so they can't really develop. They can't really go anywhere else. For example, Grover, who is I don't even remember all these titles, but he's no longer an outcast, and he gets to be part of the Seder. I don't even remember the name. I just read it. Anyway, he gets recognized as Pan's chosen one and all that, and so now, if he ever shows up in the other books, the Heroes of Olympus series, he can't really continue developing. His character arc is done. The same goes for the other people, I feel like. And also, there were a lot of deaths, and I'm not gonna say like I like when people die, but I like when the stakes are high. If every single character who goes into the fight survives, something is wrong. But none of the main characters died. So, to me, it felt like if you compare with Harry Potter, which I'm currently also listening to, which is why I think about it a lot too. In the final battle of Harry Potter, so spoilers for that as well. People who you've gotten to know throughout all 7 books, who you really care about, who are truly part of like the main cast, dies. And that hits you so hard, and I cry so hard to those books. In this one, the closest I got to crying was when Luke died. And he was the bad guy. Because this book spent so much time on getting to know him before all this with Kronos, whatever. And the characters that did die, I didn't feel like I'd gotten to know well enough for it to have an impact. Because none of the main 3 died. Not Grover, not Percy, not Annabeth. Clarice didn't die. Tyson didn't die. These people that I spent so much time on you, for you to get to know didn't die. So, yeah, I'm not saying I wanted any of them to die, but I think it would have had a greater impact if they did. Yeah, that's my thoughts. They did lure me, or I didn't get the plot twist of the prophecy. Like I said in my earlier update, I didn't think like Percy would die from the prophecy, but that's what it seemed like, that's what he thought, so obviously he wouldn't. But I did not know how that would end up, and I like that plot twist. And I really enjoy the series. I'll definitely probably read this again. I really did enjoy them. And yeah, I need to say something to say in my real review, which I'm gonna record today. And today is Thursday, the 4th of October, so it's been exactly 2 weeks since I started reading the books. I haven't read since the last time I updated anything. So I finished the book today, and yeah, I'm glad I read them. They have been hyped on BookTube. Not like I've seen a lot of people like raving about them specifically, but everyone has the books. Everyone have them on their shelves. And not just this series, also The Hero of Olympus and other series by Rick Riordan, and he really is a great author. Oh, one more thing that bothered me about the ending. More spoilers, that it's so extremely heteronormative. Everyone ends up with their partner, and it's all fine and dandy, and there's no homosexual couples, there's no lesbian couples or anything like that. It's Annabeth and Percy, and it's Grover and Juniper, and even Clarice has a boyfriend. And yeah, I would have approved of more diversity in sexual relationships, romantic relationships. Yeah, sexual what identities. That's the one I wanted. Yeah, that's what I had to say. So I guess that is the end of this vlog. If you enjoy this type of vlogs, let me know, leave a comment down below, and I might do more. I have so many more series to read, like the Aragon series, the Lord of the Rings series, and so I could do more vlogs like this. Hunger Games trilogy. So I could do more vlogs like this when I read the entire series. If you enjoyed it, I might do some more. But now I'm gonna record my actual review of the series, and that will be a separate video. So yeah, subscribe, like, leave a comment, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.